What is up, everyone? It's your girl, Rage's Band, and today we are diving deep into the messy, complicated, sometimes hilarious, but often painful world of relationships. You know how we do it here. We get real, we get loud, and we spill all the tea. So, let's talk about something I call the red flag alphabets. Think of it as your A to Z guide, or in this case, your A to W guide, of all the warning signs, the little whispers, and the giant screaming sirens that tell you something in your relationship is just not right. These are those moments, those phrases, those gut feelings that make you go, that's weird. We've all been there, right? You're dating someone, and everything seems perfect on the surface. But then, they say something, and a tiny little flag pops up in your brain. A little red one. Then, another one. And another. Before you know it, you're standing in a field of red flags, wondering how you got there and why you're suddenly auditioning for the color guard. These red flag alphabets are the common patterns, the classic lines, the textbook situations that scream danger, Will Robinson, or at least babe, we need to talk. So, grab your notebooks, grab your popcorn, and maybe grab a box of tissues because we're about to go through a whole alphabet of relationship red flags. I want you to keep a tally. Play along with me. How many of these have you seen in your own life? How many have you waved yourself? No judgment. Okay, maybe a little judgment, but it's all in good fun. Let's get into it, see what's really going on behind the curtain, and figure out how to spot the trouble before it spots you. Let's go. Alright, let's kick things off with a big one, a relationship with no future. This is the foundation of so many heartbreaks, you guys. It's when you're with someone, and you know deep down in your gut that this train is not going to the final destination. Maybe you want marriage and kids, and they want to live in a van and travel the world solo. Maybe you're building a career in one city, and they've made it crystal clear they're moving to another continent next year. It's not about being mean. It's about being on completely different pages, in different books, in different libraries. The conversations about the future are either completely avoided or they end in awkward silence. You try to bring up next year and they change the subject to what's for dinner. You try to talk about meeting their family and they suddenly have to go do a thing. It feels like you're trying to nail Jell-O to a wall. You're investing your time, your emotions, your everything into something that has a built-in expiration date. It's like buying a gallon of milk that's already past its prime. You know it's gonna go sour, but you keep hoping for a miracle. And let's be real, sometimes we lie to ourselves. We think, oh, they'll change their mind. Or, maybe I can learn to love the van life. Spoiler alert. People rarely change their fundamental life goals for someone else, and you shouldn't have to change yours either. If there's no shared vision, no common goal you're both paddling towards, you're not in a relationship, you're just passing time, and your time is way too valuable for that, fam. That is a massive, billboard-sized red flag. This one is the sneaky cousin of no future. It's no forever. This is when your partner might talk about the future, but it's always vague and non-committal. They'll plan a vacation with you for 6 months from now, no problem. They'll talk about moving in together someday. But the word forever, marriage, long-term, it's like Voldemort. It's the name that must not be spoken. They treat the concept of forever like it's a contagious disease they're trying to avoid. You'll notice they use language that keeps you at arm's length. Phrases like, let's just see where this goes, or I'm just focused on the now, or my personal favorite, I'm not really a labels person. Honey, we've been dating for 2 years. I'm not a label, I'm a whole-ass person who wants to know if we're building something or just playing with Legos that we're gonna have to put away later. This lack of wanting to define the relationship or commit to a long-term vision is a huge red flag. It shows a fundamental fear or unwillingness to truly invest in you and the relationship. They're keeping their options open. They're basically putting you in a maybe pile while they wait to see if something better comes along. And you are not a maybe. You are a hell yes. A partner who can't even entertain the idea of forever with you is telling you, loud and clear, that they don't see you as their final stop. And that, my friends, is a one-way ticket to Heartbreak City. Okay squad, let's get serious for a minute because this is non-negotiable. C is for consent. And let me be clear, consent is not just about the big stuff. It's about everything. It's about respecting boundaries, physical, emotional, and digital. It's when your partner pressures you into things you're not comfortable with, Whether it's going to a party when you're exhausted, sharing a secret you wanted to keep private, or anything physical that you're not 100% enthusiastic about, consent is not the absence of a no, it is the presence of an enthusiastic yes. A partner who doesn't respect your consent is a walking, talking, 5-alarm fire of a red flag. They might use tactics like guilt tripping. If you really love me, you would or you're in no fun anymore. They might sulk or give you the silent treatment when you say no, making you feel like you've done something wrong by simply having a boundary. This isn't just a red flag, it's a sign of a deeply disrespectful and potentially dangerous person. Your boundaries are what keep you safe and sane. This applies to everything. Do they post pictures of you without asking? Do they read your texts over your shoulder? Do they push you to be more physically intimate than you're ready for? Do they make important decisions that affect both of you without even consulting you? A healthy relationship is a partnership where both people feel safe, heard, and respected. If your no isn't as respected as your yes, you are not in a safe partnership. Full stop. Get out. Alright folks, let's dive into this one. D is for dangerously non-committal. You know the type, right? This is the person who wants all the perks of a relationship without any of the responsibility. They absolutely love the cuddles, the dates, and having you as their plus one. But the moment you try to define what you are, they practically break out in hives. They're the masters of the situationship. You're basically their girlfriend or boyfriend in every single way, except for the title and the security that comes with it. They'll introduce you to their friends as my friend, your name, which is, oh boy, always a fun and not at all awkward experience. They'll say they love spending time with you, and that you're so important to them, but then they'll drop a line like, I'm just not ready for a relationship right now, even though they're acting like they're in one with you. It's a total mind game. They're having their cake and eating it too, while you're left wondering if you're even allowed to ask for a slice. This isn't just about being afraid of labels, it's about a lack of respect and a fear of accountability. By refusing to commit, they've given themselves a get-out-of-jail-free card. They can bail at any moment without the messiness of a real breakup. It's a way for them to control the dynamic and keep you in a state of uncertainty. If someone isn't proud and excited to call you their partner, they don't deserve the perks that come with the role. Seriously, don't settle for being a convenient option. So, let's talk about this next one. E is for extreme intimacy issues. And I'm not just talking about, the bedroom stuff. I'm talking about all forms of physical and emotional closeness. This is a big one because a sudden or persistent lack of intimacy can be a symptom of much deeper problems in the relationship. It could be that one person's needs aren't being met, or worse, that intimacy is being used as a tool for control or punishment. Think about it. Is affection withheld after an argument? Does your partner suddenly become cold and distant, leaving you with no idea why? This isn't just about a fluctuating libido, that's normal. This is about a pattern of withdrawal. It's when holding hands feels like a chore. A kiss feels obligatory, and the emotional connection that fuels physical intimacy has just vanished. The bedroom becomes a cold, silent place, and that chill can spread to every other part of your relationship. It's a red flag, because it often points to a breakdown in communication. Maybe there's resentment brewing under the surface. Maybe one person is dealing with personal issues they're not sharing. Or, and this is a tough one, maybe their affection is being directed somewhere else. A healthy relationship thrives on all kinds of intimacy, hugs, deep conversations, shared laughter, and yes, a healthy sexual connection. If that connection is consistently broken or used as a weapon, the relationship itself is in critical condition. And here we are, at the big one. F is for freaking no respect. This one is the OG, the big boss, the final level of red flags. If there is no respect, there is no relationship. Period. End of story. Pack it up, go home. Respect is the absolute bedrock of any healthy connection between two human beings. And without it, everything else will crumble. It's not just about not calling you names or not yelling at you, though that's a pretty low bar, people. Respect is in the small things. Do they listen when you talk? Or are they just waiting for their turn to speak? Do they value your opinion, even when they disagree with it? Do they respect your time by showing up when they say they will? Do they respect your dreams and ambitions, or do they belittle them? Disrespect can be subtle. It can be a sarcastic comment that's disguised as a joke. It can be constantly interrupting you. It can be making decisions for you because they think they know what's best. When someone doesn't respect you, they are telling you that they don't see you as an equal. They see you as something less. And that is a poison that will seep into every corner of your life. It will eat away at your self-esteem and make you question your own worth. You will start to believe the little jokes and the subtle put-downs. Do not let anyone do that to you. Respect is not something you earn. It is something you are owed as a human being. If they're not giving it freely, they're not worth your time. G is for ghosting on Real Talk. We've all been there. You need to have a serious conversation, a DTR, define the relationship, talk, or address a conflict, and your partner just vanishes. Not literally maybe, but emotionally. They shut down, they get defensive. They say, I don't want to talk about this right now, and honestly, right now turns into forever. This is a massive red flag, because a relationship without open and honest communication is like a car with no engine. It looks nice, but it ain't going anywhere. This avoidance can take many forms. It can be the classic stonewalling, where they just give you the silent treatment until you give up. It can be gaslighting, where they twist your words and make you feel like you're crazy for even bringing it up. You're being too sensitive, or you're overthinking things. It's a defense mechanism designed to protect them from having to face uncomfortable truths or take any responsibility. They'd rather let a problem fester and grow than deal with the temporary discomfort of a real conversation. Healthy relationships are built on the ability to navigate conflict together. You're not always going to agree, and that's okay, but you have to be able to talk about it. You have to be able to say, hey, this thing you did hurt my feelings, without the other person immediately putting up a wall. If your partner consistently ghosts on Real Talk, they are telling you that their comfort is more important than the health of the relationship and your feelings, and that's a conversation you shouldn't have to fight to have. Okay, H is for headed for the hills, no second chance, or more specifically, the situation where they tell you that if you break up, they won't take you back. This sounds like a threat, and guess what? It is. It's a manipulation tactic disguised as a statement of self-respect. They say things like, just so you know, if we ever break up, that's it. I don't do second chances. They frame it as them being strong and decisive, but what they're really doing is creating a power imbalance. This is a red flag because it's a form of control. They are essentially telling you that you are not allowed to have serious doubts or to even consider leaving, because if you do, the door will be slammed shut forever. It puts you in a state of fear. You become afraid to bring up major issues or to express your unhappiness because you don't want to risk triggering the end game. It forces you to swallow your feelings and walk on eggshells, which is no way to live. A secure and healthy relationship has room for doubt and for struggle. It's strong enough to withstand a conversation about potentially breaking up. A partner who is confident in the relationship and in themselves doesn't need to issue ultimatums. They trust that you can work through problems together. This no second chances rule isn't about strength, it's about insecurity. It's a preemptive strike to keep you trapped, and that is a huge, glaring red flag. I is for incapable of staying together. This is the person with a long history of failed relationships, and it's always the other person's fault. You know the type. Every ex was crazy. Every breakup was because the other person was too demanding or too emotional. They paint themselves as the perpetual victim, the innocent bystander in a series of unfortunate romantic events. At first, you might feel sorry for them. You might think, wow, they've just had bad luck. I'll be the one to show them what a real relationship is like. Hold up, hero. Pump the brakes. While everyone has a past, a consistent pattern of failed relationships where they take zero accountability is a massive red flag. It points to a fundamental inability to self-reflect, compromise, or handle conflict. Relationships are a two-way street. It's almost impossible for one person to be 100% of the problem every single time. If they can't see their own role in past breakups, what makes you think they'll be able to see their role in any problems you have? The common denominator in all of their failed relationships is them, and if you're not careful, you'll just become the next crazy ex in their story. A person who is capable of a healthy relationship is a person who has learned from their past. They can talk about their exes with a level of respect and acknowledge their own shortcomings. If their past is just a graveyard of relationships they blame on everyone else, you're not their savior, you're just their next victim. J is for just not willing to share. And I'm not just talking about the last slice of pizza, although that can be a deal breaker too, let's be real. I'm talking about a fundamental selfishness that permeates the relationship. This is the person who lives by the motto, what's mine is mine, and what's yours is negotiable. They are unwilling to share their time, their space, their emotions, or their resources in a way that feels balanced and fair. This selfishness can manifest in many ways. Maybe they never offer to pay, and you're always footing the bill. Maybe they dominate every conversation, making it all about their day, their problems, their successes, with no room for yours. It could be about their time. They expect you to be available whenever they want, but they're always too busy when you need them. It's a one-sided flow of energy where you are constantly giving, and they are constantly taking. A relationship is a partnership, a team. It's about we, not me. A person who is not willing to share is not a team player. They see the relationship as a resource to serve their own needs, not as a sacred space for mutual support and growth. This isn't about keeping a perfect 50-50 scorecard of every little thing. It's about a spirit of generosity. It's about wanting to share your life with someone. If they're holding everything close to their chest, it's a red flag that they're not truly in this with you. Okay, this one is juicy. K is for the kinda suspiciously clean third party. This is when your partner tells you about a past breakup, and they claim that the person they left their ex for, the third party, did absolutely nothing wrong. They'll say something like, "My ex and I were already having problems, and then I met Sarah. But Sarah was amazing. She never pushed for anything. She was just a friend. She was so respectful of my relationship." They paint this third person as a saint, an angel who just happened to be there when things fell apart. Be suspicious. Be very suspicious. It is highly unlikely that a third party who enters the picture during an existing relationship is a completely innocent bystander. Often this narrative is a way for your current partner to absolve both themselves and the person they cheated with, emotionally or physically, of any guilt. By making the third party blameless, they're also making their own actions seem less like a betrayal and more like an unfortunate, unavoidable event. It just happened. Think about it. If they could be so easily swayed by a blameless person while they were in a committed relationship before, what's to stop it from happening again with you? This story isn't about how great the third party was. It's about your partner's own lack of boundaries and questionable decision-making. It's a red flag because it reveals a pattern of behavior and a skewed moral compass they're telling on themselves. Listen closely. L is for the lies revealed that the ex already has someone new. This is a specific and deeply painful scenario. You've just gone through a breakup. Your ex-partner is telling you they need space, they need to work on themselves, they're not ready for a relationship with anyone. They might even be dangling the possibility of getting back together in the future. You're holding on to that hope, respecting their need for space, and then, boom. You find out, through the grapevine or a social media post, that they're already in a new relationship. This isn't just about them moving on, it's about the deception. The secret was kept from you intentionally. They didn't tell you the truth because they wanted to manage your emotions, avoid a messy confrontation, or keep you on the back burner as a backup plan. They chose to lie by omission, letting you believe a false narrative while they were off starting a new life with someone else. It's cowardly, and it's incredibly disrespectful. This red flag is a post-breakup one, but it tells you everything you need to know about their character. It shows you that they prioritize their own comfort over your right to the truth. It's a profound betrayal of the trust that once existed between you. It invalidates your grieving process and makes you question everything they ever told you. If someone is capable of this kind of deception at the end of a relationship, it's a pretty good sign that honesty wasn't their strong suit during it either. M is for majorly unstable, or when nothing is stable. This red flag isn't about one specific event, it's about a constant state of chaos and unpredictability. The relationship feels like you're riding a roller coaster that you never agreed to get on. One day, they love you more than life itself, and the next, they're distant, cold, and questioning the entire relationship. The highs are incredibly high, and the lows are devastatingly low. There is no middle ground, no calm sea. This instability can show up in their moods, their job, their friendships, or even their life goals. Everything is like constantly in flux. They make grand promises one week and then, completely forget about them the next. The rules of the relationship seem to change from day to day, and you're left constantly trying to figure out where you stand. It's just emotionally exhausting. You can never relax and just be in the relationship, because you're always bracing for the next dramatic shift. A healthy relationship should be a source of stability and security in your life. It should be a safe harbor, not a stormy sea. While all relationships have their ups and downs, a pattern of constant, dramatic instability is a sign of deeper issues, either with the person or with the dynamic between you. It's not passionate, it's just chaotic, and living in chaos will eventually break you down. You deserve a love that feels like coming home, not like walking into a war zone. N is for now I'm shattered or broken. This red flag isn't something they do, it's something you feel. It's that deep gut-wrenching feeling that the relationship or the person you're with is breaking you. It's when you look in the mirror and you don't recognize the person staring back at you. You used to be confident, happy, and full of life, and now you feel anxious, insecure, and hollowed out. The relationship has chipped away at your soul until you feel shattered into a million pieces. This happens slowly and honestly, insidiously. It's the result of constant criticism, of walking on eggshells, of your needs being ignored, of feeling disrespected or unloved. It's the cumulative effect of all the other red flags. You start to believe the negative things they say or imply about you. You lose touch with your friends because all your energy is going into managing the relationship. Your world becomes smaller and smaller until it's just you and this person who is making you feel worthless. This is one of the most dangerous red flags because it's internal. There might not be a big dramatic fight to point to. It's a slow erosion of your spirit. If a relationship makes you feel consistently bad about yourself, if it makes you feel smaller instead of bigger, if it leaves you feeling broken and exhausted, it is not a loving relationship. It is a toxic one. The most important relationship you have is the one with yourself, and you should never let anyone shatter that. O is for O. I won't go back to the ugly one. This is a phrase that, honestly, reveals a shocking level of superficiality and cruelty. Imagine this: someone breaks up with their partner for someone they think is more attractive. Then, when the new relationship fails, they refuse to even consider going back to their ex, not because of incompatibility or emotional issues, but with the justification, I can't go back to the ugly one. It's a statement that reduces a person's entire worth to just their physical appearance. This red flag is about extreme vanity and a complete lack of depth. It shows that the person's decisions are driven by ego and external validation, not by genuine connection or love. They see partners as accessories, as status symbols. They chose to leave someone based on looks, and their pride won't let them downgrade in their own superficial eyes, even if they were happier in the previous relationship. It's a disgusting and heartless way to view another human being. If you hear someone talk about an ex this way, run. Seriously, run for the hills, because it tells you exactly how they view people. Today, you might be the attractive one, but what happens when they decide someone else is more attractive? What happens when you get older, or gain weight, or get sick? A person who values aesthetics over character will never be a stable or loving partner. Their affection is as shallow as their mindset, and you deserve someone who loves you for your soul, not just your shell. P is for positively no compromise. Relationships are a dance of give and take, but this person only knows how to take. They operate on a my way or the highway principle. Every decision, from what movie to watch to where to live, has to go their way. They're completely unwilling to meet you in the middle. For them, compromise just feels like losing. They see the relationship as a battle of wills, and they're determined to win every single time. You'll find yourself constantly giving in just to keep the peace. Like, you want Italian? They want Mexican? Well, you're eating tacos. You want to visit your family for the holidays, they want to go skiing with their friends. You're buying a ski jacket. After a while, you start to feel less like a partner and more like a subordinate, just following orders. Your wants, needs, and preferences are consistently dismissed as less important than theirs. It's their world, and you're just living in it. But honestly, this isn't strength, it's rigidity and selfishness. A healthy partner wants you to be happy. They understand that for the we to thrive, both me's have to be considered. They're willing to have a discussion, find a middle ground, and sometimes just do what you want to do, because they love you, If you are in a relationship with someone who refuses to compromise, you're not in a partnership, you're in a dictatorship. And yeah, it's time to declare your independence. Q is for quite unbalanced. This is the big picture version of compromise. It's when the entire dynamic of the relationship is tilted in one person's favor. There's just no balance. One person has all the power, makes all the decisions, and holds all the cards. The other person is left feeling powerless, unheard, and unimportant. This imbalance can be financial, emotional, or social. Maybe one person makes all the money and uses it to control the other person's choices, like, well, I pay the rent, so I decide who comes over. Or maybe it's an emotional imbalance where one person is the designated fixer, always tending to the other's crises while their own emotional needs are completely ignored. It could even be a social imbalance where you've been isolated from your friends and family, and your entire social world just revolves around them and their circle. A healthy relationship feels like a team of equals. Of course, there will be times when one person needs more support than the other, but over time, it should balance out. You should both feel empowered, respected, and that your voice matters. If you constantly feel like you're in the passenger seat of your own life, with your partner's hands firmly on the steering wheel, that's a massive red flag. It's a sign that the relationship is not a partnership, it's a hierarchy, and you're at the bottom. Now, you might be thinking, wait, didn't we already do this with J? And you're right, we talked about selfishness, but R, refuses to share, goes a layer deeper. This isn't just about not sharing pizza or money, this is about refusing to share their inner world with you. This is the partner who is a closed book, a locked vault. You have no idea what they're really thinking or feeling. You ask them how their day was, and you get fine. You ask them what's wrong when they're clearly upset, and you get nothing. They don't share their fears, their dreams, their insecurities, or their joys with you. It's like you're in a relationship with a stranger. You might know their favorite color and what they like on their burger, but you don't know them. They keep a wall up, and you are not allowed past it. This creates a profound sense of loneliness even when you're together. This refusal to share is a red flag because true intimacy is built on vulnerability. It's about letting someone see the messy, imperfect, beautiful parts of you and trusting them with it. If your partner is unwilling to be vulnerable with you, they're robbing the relationship of its potential for a deep, meaningful connection. It leaves you feeling shut out and untrusted. You can't build a life with someone if they won't even let you into their heart. S is for seriously, no feelings. This is the emotionally detached partner. It's not just that they don't share their feelings, it's that you begin to wonder if they have any at all. When you're excited, they're neutral. When you're sad, they're indifferent. They react to your emotional highs and lows with a flat, unaffected demeanor. It's like talking to a robot that's been programmed to say that's crazy or oh wow without any actual emotion behind it. This lack of emotional response is honestly incredibly invalidating. You come to them with a major accomplishment beaming with pride, and they give you a lukewarm cool. You come to them in tears over a problem, and they look at you with a blank stare, or worse, get annoyed by your display of emotion. You start to feel like your feelings are a burden, like you're just too much for them. Eventually, you learn to stop sharing your emotional life with them because honestly, their non-reaction is more painful than the problem itself. A relationship should be a place where your feelings are validated and shared. Your partner should be your biggest cheerleader and your softest place to land. If they are incapable of mirroring your joy or offering you comfort in your sadness, they're not fulfilling a fundamental role of a partner. This emotional detachment is a huge red flag that they are either unable or unwilling to connect with you on a meaningful human level. And T is for totally no sensation or feeling. This is the next level of emotional detachment. It's not just that they don't show feelings, it's that the entire relationship starts to feel numb. Nothing is felt, the passion is gone, the anger is gone, even the annoyance is gone. There's just nothing. It's an emotional flatline. The relationship exists in a gray, muted space where there are no sparks, good or bad. This is often what happens at the very end of a relationship, just before it officially dies. The fighting stops, not because you've resolved your issues, but because you're both too exhausted to care anymore. The laughter stops because there's no joy left to share. The dates become routines. The conversations become scripts. You're just Two people coexisting in the same space, going through the motions without any real connection or sensation. This is a terrifying red flag because it's often mistaken for peace. At least we're not fighting anymore, you might think. But a lack of conflict is not the same as happiness. This numbness is the sound of the relationship giving up. It's the absence of everything that makes a relationship worth having. The passion, the connection, the feeling of being truly alive with another person. If you feel nothing, it's because there is nothing left to feel. U is for unbelievably weak. This red flag refers to a relationship that has no strength, no resilience. It can't withstand the slightest pressure. The smallest disagreement turns into a major crisis. A minor inconvenience, like a canceled dinner reservation, has the potential to derail your entire weekend. The foundation of the relationship is so fragile that you're constantly terrified of saying or doing the wrong thing for fear of it all collapsing. This weakness shows up when life gets real. When one of you loses a job, or a family member gets sick, or you face any kind of external stress, a weak relationship crumbles. Instead of coming together as a team, you fall apart. Blame gets thrown around, resentment builds, and the cracks in the foundation turn into giant fissures. A strong relationship should be a source of strength during tough times, not another source of stress. You feel like you have to protect the relationship from the world, and even from yourselves. You can't have difficult conversations because the relationship isn't strong enough to handle them. You can't rely on your partner for support because they buckle under pressure. This isn't a partnership, it's a liability. You need a relationship that is a fortress, not a house of cards. If your connection is this weak, it's a red flag that it was never built on solid ground to begin with. V is for a complete void of emotion. This is the final stage, the black hole of relationships. It's different from numbness or detachment. This is a conscious and sometimes malicious withholding of all emotion. It can be a form of punishment or control. It's the silent treatment on steroids. It's when your partner intentionally creates an emotional vacuum to make you feel isolated, desperate, and crazy. In this void, you get nothing. No love, no anger, no joy, no sadness. Just emptiness. They look at you as if you're not even there. They move through the house like you're a ghost. They actively ignore your attempts to connect, creating a chilling and hostile environment without ever raising their voice. It's a form of profound psychological and emotional abuse. They are trying to erase you by refusing to acknowledge your emotional existence. This is not just a red flag. This is a blaring, screaming siren with flashing lights and a full-on evacuation order. It is an incredibly damaging and dangerous dynamic. It's designed to break your spirit and make you desperate for any crumb of attention, putting them in a position of absolute power. If you find yourself in a relationship that feels like a void of emotion, you need to understand that this is not normal. It is not okay. Your emotional well-being is at stake, and you need to get out and find your way back to the light. Whew! Okay, that was a lot. We went from A to V, and honestly, we could probably keep going all the way to Z and back again. The world of relationship red flags is vast and tricky, but the first step to avoiding them is knowing what they look like. I want you all to take a second and really think about this. These aren't just funny stories or dramatic scenarios. These are real patterns that can cause real pain. So please be mindful. Pay attention to your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't make excuses for someone who is consistently showing you who they are. Remember, the goal is not to find a perfect person or a perfect relationship. That doesn't exist. The goal is to find a healthy one. And healthy relationships are built on a few key pillars: respect for each other's feelings, boundaries, and individuality; communication, the willingness to have the hard talks and to be vulnerable; and balance, a sense of equal partnership where you both feel valued and empowered. You deserve a relationship that adds to your life, that makes you feel bigger, brighter, and more yourself, not one that drains you and makes you feel small. Now I want to hear from you. This is a community, and we learn from each other. What red flags have you encountered? What's the alphabet letter that hit home the most for you? Share your stories in the comments below. Let's talk about it, let's support each other, and let's make a pact to stop ignoring the red flags. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next Real Talk. Until next time, know your worth and stay strong. Peace.